Welcome to today's movement flow for the anterior shoulder or the front of the shoulder. This session is designed to help you to build confidence in accepting load through the anterior delt, the bicep and the forearm flexors, and then using your rotator cuff to create stability so that you can press horizontally with confidence, you can press vertically with confidence. So whether or not you're in a rehab stage of your program or you're through into the perform or grow stages of our program where we may be looking at bigger, heavier compound lifts, this flow is appropriate for you in the rehab setting or as an activation flow before our compound movements. So we're going to kick things off with the anterior wall hold. Going to face the wall. I'm just going to pop my foot just in line with the skirting board and where the line of my heel is. I'm just going to take that step back. That's going to be my starting point. Just going to let my arm pendulum swing, and just when my fingers come to rest on the wall, that's my first point in contact. I'm going to rest my whole hand on the wall. The weight's through the heel of the hand, but I've got pressure through the fingers also. Now, all I'm going to do at first is I'm just going to slightly lean forward. I'm just going to press firmly through the fingers, press firmly through the heel of the hand, and just make sure that I can accept that load. Just like when you unrack the bench from the bench press itself, we want to make sure that we're steady, we're in the correct position before we start moving. The same with the press up, the same with any movement. This is no different. We're just making sure that we are in a nice, strong, stable, confident position before we start to move. Now, if you're in early stage rehab, you might hold this 10 seconds on, 10 seconds off. If you're using this as a primer, maybe just bring your weight forward, belly button in front of the crease of the elbow, and hold. You're going to get a bit of length through the forearm flexors. The bicep should be lightly engaged. Some length through the front of the shoulder, a bit of tricep engagement, and you should feel just a bit of firmness to the rear of the shoulder, your rotator cuff just pulling the head and humerus in. 10 seconds on, 10 seconds off. Just let the arm swing just in between. Point of contact, rest the hand. If it's too easy in this position, just pop that hand just a couple of centimeters lower. The lower we go, the more difficult. The higher up, the easier. However, there's a slight cut-off point where you're going to start to find there's a lot of extension through that wrist that you might find uncomfortable. If that's the case, just get a wee towel, roll that up, put it under the heel of the hand just to elevate it slightly. Our second movement is going to be the anterior wall press. Same setup to the first. Once we've accepted the weight, we're going to square up to the wall and we're going to lead with our belly button. We're going to bring ourselves all the way in, and then we're going to press through the heel of the hand away. I like to count in Mississippis, just helps to control the tempo. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, pause. Press, Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, pause. If that's too easy, just step a couple centimeters back. You want to work at a range that's going to be, I'm not going to say pain-free, it's going to be uncomfortable, but most of all it needs to be challenging. So count your Mississippis. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, pause. Press, Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, pause. Now, it can be quite useful sometimes to use a door frame or the side of a rack if you're in the gym, because you can actually angle your body in towards the hand and press away, or we can go straight on, we can square up with the wall before we press away. Our third progression is about a little bit of velocity. So a bit of a strange one, it takes a second to get used to it. Same setup, contact on the wall. This time, we're going to bring the belly button forward, just to in line with the crease of the elbow. And then we're going to see if we can drive through the fingers and through the knuckle of the hand to lift the heel of the hand away from the wall. And all we're going to do is just controlled taps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You should feel a lot of engagement, a lot of tension through the whole of the upper limb. The key for this is quality. It's not necessarily just speed, but we're just starting to pick up the tempo a little bit. Again, if it's too easy, move slightly further away from the wall before bringing the belly button forward, or we can lower the hand. In some ways, it might make you reflect on gymnastic movements. The planche, which is a really, really complex, high-skilled movement that a gymnast would do from the floor position. We're taking that, we're applying it to the wall, and we're just trying to get the same stimulus at a much lower load. Hope you enjoyed today's movement flow for the anterior shoulder. We'll look forward to touching base with you soon.